Hi, this is Melanie for the Pardesi channel. I'm here to do a review of the Telugu film Sammohanam, which means enchanted. I didn't know what the plot of this film was or what it was going to be sort of an homage to of an English film until I was about halfway into it. This is a romantic film starring Aditi Rao Hydari, who I know from mostly, I guess, Hindi films. She was so excellent in Padmavat. She played the first wife of Ranveer Singh's character, and she was incredible. And then I did see her in the most recent Mani Ratnam film, the Tamil film Katru Velayadai, which she was excellent also in that. And I guess she had a cameo appearance. I think it must have been as the fiance or something in Koopsarat. So everything that I've seen her in, I've been extremely impressed. And she had the leading role, the female role in the last Tamil film, the Katru Mani Ratnam one. But this one, I don't know, she just took it to a completely new level. She plays this film star, and our hero is Vijay, and is the character's name, and he is played by Sudheer Babu, and I don't believe I've seen him in any other film. And the director is new to me as well, even though I think he's done 8 or 10 films. Mohanakrishna Indraganti. I don't think I have seen any other of his work before, and I was very impressed with him. So part of the way through, we have Vijay, who wants to be a children's book illustrator, and we have this film star. They're ask his father, played by Naresh, if they can film in his home for 20 days. And his only condition, they could do it for free if he can act in the film, because he secretly wants to change careers and become an actor. Naresh stole the movie. It was hilarious. There's one particular scene, well, I'll get to that in a minute, but worth the price of admission for that scene alone. So we have sort of a film within a film. We have Aditi playing Samira, this film star, who is, I love the commentary. Just like in real life, she's a Hindi actress taking a lead in Telugu films, and maybe she doesn't know the language that well, and so she asked Vijay if he will help tutor her in her Telugu dialogues, because at one point she's trying to do one and the entire family is sitting in the background watching, and they're laughing at her because she's messing up the words so well. I thought for once the subtitles in this Telugu film were very good. Sometimes Telugu films, the subtitles are horrible, but I loved the way they were kind of showing that she was speaking gobbledygook. That it was just funny the way that she was pronouncing things, and the subtitles made that very clear, and it was great. It just added to my enjoyment that they put an extra effort in to making you in on all those kind of jokes. I also really love the woman that played the mother. Pavitra Lokesh plays Vijay's mother, and she took the role to another level. It was also the script itself. It was just that I don't know, she actually, she had her own catering business. She just was like a step beyond most mother roles. And she gave Vijay at one point really good advice about how to take a rejection on the chin and move on by telling her own love story. And it was such a wonderful moment, and an unusual one that we don't really get to see something like that, as often as I'd like. If having an older woman character just having her own, I don't know, she just had her own backstory. I just love that. Each of the characters, the sister, everyone had their little details and were characters. And I love this face. I loved seeing him. Rahul Ramakrishna from Arjun Reddy, again playing a best friend character, but I'll take anything I can get to see him. He played kind of a funny, fan-obsessed character named Murti, the best friend. So our setup is VJ is doing Telugu lessons with, he's skeptical. All film actresses are so stuck up. Whatever. Well, of course, she's she's not a diva. She's so warm and loving to be in his family and getting tea from his mother and all of this. And of course, he falls in love over the course of a song and of them doing these Telugu dialogue lessons together. But she keeps getting these strange phone calls, and so obviously we see there's some sort of backstory. And finally the bell went off and the light bulb went off. I'm like, this is Notting Hill. Basically, this is a loose adaptation of Notting Hill, the film with Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts. And I have to say, Aditi Rao Hydari, she is just as luminous and just as wonderful as Julia Roberts. Totally sells this movie. She is amazing. Now, not at every point was Sudheer quite as, I don't know, endearing as Hugh Grant can be. As he was in those movies at that certain time. They're like, there couldn't be in a Hollywood rom-com if it didn't star Hugh Grant. Like, it was every movie. Well, Julia Roberts too. She was in almost every movie. But there were just moments in this film that were just so special, and I don't know if the pacing always was the best, but I loved sort of all the film within a film, like satirical commentary on Telugu films. And again, Naresh playing the father. Okay, well, I said there was some sort of backstory. So they fall in love, and then there's this terrace scene, which mirrors the Notting Hill, I'm just a girl meeting a guy, that famous scene. And it was slightly different, but just especially the way Aditi was playing that scene, she was so good in this romantic scene, this moment that they had together. And that scene was extremely well written, and I liked what the fallout was from what happened, because again, it was very filmy. It was very filmy what the falling out was between the two of them. And then I didn't feel like the payoff of what the backstory and her problems were quite, I don't know, it was a little underwhelming, I guess. Not that I wanted machete fights. That's not what I'm saying. Just because it's a Telugu film, I didn't want machete fights. But I don't know, the backstory of her problem and the resolution of it was a little underwhelming. But there's one particular scene, I can't spoil for you what it is, but VJ asks his father to act and play a part, and oh my God, brought down the house. I was practically rolling in the aisles. I was laughing so hard. And he plays this scene, and at one point someone says it's like a genie, and he's like, no, it's Memento, the original Christopher Nolan. Oh my God. All of the commentary about the stealing of English films. Oh my God. He was such a cinephile. He was such a film snob. It made me laugh so hard. Anyway, his character, I've seen that character actor so many other movies, and he really got to shine in this one, and his part was so amazing. Oh my God. Worth the price of admission. I wish that I could spoil it, but I'm not gonna get into it. I won't. If you're gonna see the film, it's just better to be surprised. Oh my gosh. Amazing. So mostly the chemistry between the two leads worked because Aditi is just she just adds something special and extra to her performances. You just see so much in her face, see what she's feeling. I don't know that I've completely got that from Sudheer, but all the time, but he did, and he did a good job. He just wasn't, I just yesterday saw OK Con Mini, so like, this is the bar, we have the Dulker bar way up here, and I don't know if he quite reached that level of magic and chemistry, but like, who does, right? It's a very, very high bar. So to me, it was an above average, enjoyable film. There were some very funny moments, but it wasn't like it was laugh out loud through the entire thing. But there were a couple of big belly laughs. So mostly it's just a really, romantic, nice movie. Here in the United States, I don't want to get into the politics, but there's just horrible, horrible, horrible things going on. And all of us are feeling helpless and we don't know what to do to help solve all these horrible problems. And this movie was a welcome escape where I just went into another world where a star could fall in love with a simple guy, and it was just wonderful. I did like that he was so in Notting Hill, Hugh Grant owns a bookstore, and this VJ wants to write children's books, and so then I loved the tie-in of when they read aloud what his story is and how that tied in to Samira, the star, visiting his home and everything. And I thought that was very clever and very well done. So I did like that ending and the way they wrapped up the story was very nice. Let me know if you also saw the film and what you thought of their performances, particularly for this director. Let me know. He's done, I think, 8 or 10 films. Which other one should I particularly check out? Because I was really intrigued. This is the first one that I've seen of his work, and I really liked it. I love that I'm having this relationship with you guys, and that you're telling me this is a movie we know you're going to like, that you're learning my taste. You know what I like. You know I like these romantic movies, although I do like a good machete fight, I will admit. But anyway, you know I like these kind of movies, and thank you so much for telling me don't miss this one. Make sure you see it in the theater. And I'm really glad that I went and saw it, because it was a lovely evening out at the movies, and it was a nice full house. I don't know how it's doing in India, but it's doing well here, evidently. Let me know what you thought of the movie in the comments below. I recommend a film by this director. I would love to know another film to see. And if you like this review, please press the like button, share it, follow us on Twitter at PardesiYT, and subscribe to the Pardesi channel. I'm almost to 7,500 subscribers. Please help me get over that hump. Press the bell, then you'll get a notification whenever I have a new review or another trailer reaction. And I am going to be going out of town for a couple of weeks, a driving trip, leaving the last week of June and the first week of July. I will be trying to watching some movies on my iPad while my husband's driving, and then maybe doing some reviews on the road. Hopefully this will all work and I can not just be off off YouTube for 2 weeks. Hopefully I'll be able to continue posting some new videos while I'm gone. But I may not be able to do trailer reactions and whatever. We'll have to see how this is all going to work out. Anyway, see you soon.